spent 30 years in the United States Air Force, serving all over the world, and decided to retire right here in Texas. We wanted something a little more unique, so we started looking around. Well, we watched the Indianapolis 500, and during that year, the pace car was a convertible Hot Wheels, and my wife and I just kind of fell in love with the car. One of the guys on the Camaro 5 site said the first thing you need to do is put on a clear bra. That's the best money you can spend. That ought to be your first modification. So it was good advice. So I started looking actually online for the 3M kit, and I started reading about everybody else putting on the 3M kit. One guy said, "Oh, almost looks good." That's not something that I would want to say about my Hot Wheels, that it almost looks good. I wanted it to look good, but also to have protection. I was in the mode of looking. And actually, XPEL got referred, David got referred to me while we were buying some chemicals for a hot tub, of all places. His wife had just gotten her car wrapped, the front end of it wrapped, and he said, man, they've done a great job. So that afternoon I was on the phone with David, and we had an appointment the very next week to get our car done. Most people, when they look at my car, they can't even see the clear bra. We had some relatives visiting this weekend, my mother-in-law and my mother's stepdad, and he's a big car fanatic. They do a lot of car shows in Oklahoma. He come out to look at my car, and after he looked it all over, he said, you know, one of the things you ought to think about is putting on a clear bra or a protection bra on the front of your car. And I told him there's one there already. And most people don't even know it's there until you tell them it's there. Certainly it helps. You know, come home from a show or come home from a drive or come home from anything, there's always a million bugs between there and here that we kill, and the debris from the insects wipe off really easy. Easy to clean, easy to polish up. People are always telling me how good the front end of my car looks, you know. I had a friend of mine on Facebook the other day said that's probably the worst thing about his Hot Wheels car is all the paint chips and nicks and stuff that he's gotten driving the car. And so, you know, that's something that I think every car owner ought to think about if they're going to have a nice car, and not only just enter it in shows, but to keep the value of the car up. So.